guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a 6-month wear and tear video on my Louis Vuitton Neverfull MM in the Damier Ebene print. For those of you who are not familiar with the Louis Vuitton brand, I know the majority of people are, but for those who are not, the Damier Ebene just means checkered ebony. So this print comes, or this bag comes in 3 different canvas prints, and then it also comes in the epi leather. So I've had my bag for 6 months now, give or take maybe a week, and I felt like it would be really beneficial for those of you who are in the market for this bag. You're thinking about getting it, but maybe you're on the fence. I know that there are mixed reviews on YouTube about this bag because, you know, a lot of people say, oh, I don't like it because the handles are stiff, or I don't like it because it wrinkles, because the leather is treated. I don't know. I love this bag. I do not regret buying this bag for a second, not 1 second. The only thing I am a little sad about is the fact that I wanted my very first Louis Vuitton to be the monogram print, and my first Neverfull was actually a monogram, but within less than a month, it had been exactly 29 days, it started showing signs of premature wear and tear. The handles at the top were starting to fray. The glazing had already, within 29 days, rubbed completely off up here at the top, and it's not supposed to do that soon. In addition, I was having separation issues with the leather trim at the top, so I decided to go ahead and take that bag back, and then when I was in the store, I decided to just go ahead and exchange it for the Damier Ebene print, because I knew with having my very first Neverfull, my very first Louis Vuitton actually, I wanted to be able to use it every single day. I didn't want to have to worry about it, and this bag is truly extremely carefree. So if you are looking for a Louis Vuitton bag and you don't want to have to worry about, you know, the weather that day, or if you're going to get the leather dirty, then I highly recommend you get the Damier Ebene print because it's beautiful. You can use it year-round. I know a lot of people just like to use it in the fall and winter because they think that, you know, because of the dark, rich brown color, that you should really only use it during that time of year. I used mine in the summer, and I absolutely love it. I mean, like, it's a beautiful bag. You can use it year-round, and I actually feel like that about all of the canvas prints. I don't think, even with the Damier Azur, which is the cream and navy blue checkered print, I think you can use that one year-round as well. I know a lot of women think that, you know, you can only use that in the spring and the summer because of its light color, but, you know, nobody follows that old adage of you can't wear white after Labor Day. Nobody follows that anymore. And I mean, there are people who I see wearing white coats and, you know, beautiful white linen slacks and stuff, I mean, in the fall and winter. So I think any of these bags can be used all year round. I think they go through the seasons beautifully, and, you know, you can use it however you want, whenever you want. But if you're looking for a carefree bag, this is definitely the one that you want to pick up because you literally don't have to worry about it at all. I have been caught in the rain with this thing so many times, I can't even tell you, and it has not shown a single bit of wear and tear, none. Like, it still looks like the day I took it out of the Louis Vuitton store, except the straps have softened. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and just get right into the wear and tear part of this video. So right now it's full because I'm currently using this bag, and this bag holds a ton of stuff. So this is everything I have in my bag right now. Like, it is so full. It's jam-packed. I'm not going to do a full-on what's in my bag video, but I do want to show you what all you can carry in this bag, like how much it holds. And because I think, you know, it's good to know if you're looking to get this bag, if it's going to work for you, depending on how much stuff you know, want to try to carry in here. And you can use this for work, and you can use it for school if you want. It's just that I carry so much stuff around on a daily basis, like just in my regular bag, as you can see, that there's no way I can fit a laptop in here and a textbook as well, or a notebook. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you what I have in this bag, and I'm just going to hold it in my lap and pull it out as I talk to you. So I have, first thing off the top, my pencil case. I got this from Saks Off Fifth, and it just says Beauty and Simplicity. I have my little L'Occitane cosmetic bag that I got when I purchased some lotion from L'Occitane. If you hear kids outside playing, my son has some friends over, so they're in the yard playing and they're really loud. I have some Toka hand cream. I have my Louis Vuitton small cosmetic pouch. I'm currently using a different wallet because my Kaisa wallet that I had been using is just a little bit small, and I'm not crazy about the fact that it doesn't have that many credit card slots. So I'm using this huge Kate Spade Saffiano leather wallet. It's a travel wallet, so it's enormous. Like, it fits so much stuff and it opens really wide. So currently I'm using that. So that's in there. I have my Erin Condren day planner. Actually, this is a bullet journal, and it's a pretty good size, so that is in there. Sorry, I don't want my stuff to fall over. I have my mini pochette inside this bag. I carry that in all of my bags, and this is usually what I carry in pretty much all of my handbags. So yeah, I have the pochette that comes with the Neverfull. This is another thing I love about getting the Neverfulls now, is that they come with this pochette, and it's so nice, and it's very useful. I usually keep like my receipts and stuff like that in there, and the wear and tear on this has been beautiful. The strap is still absolutely gorgeous, no wear and tear. There's no cracking whatsoever on the top here where it bends. I know some people have had problems with it cracking. There's no problem. The hardware is still very shiny and gold. No wear and tear on that on either side. The zipper pull, still very beautiful. No chipping on either side of it. There's the other side of the zipper pull, still in great shape. The zipper is still pristine and shiny, and it unzips so easily. And I currently have like some paperwork in there, receipts, coupons, and then my little book that I keep all of my login information. So that is in great shape. The glazing on the edges is perfect. No wear and tear whatsoever. It's still in absolutely beautiful condition. Love this piece. And then I have my, on the D-ring, my little zippy key pouch, or zippered key pouch, whatever it's called. I have my little tech case, which is currently mostly empty right now. I have my Furla round coin purse that I also keep technology stuff in, earbuds, things of that nature. I have some mail and some notes. I have a Texas tag thing that I have to pay for using the toll road. And, oh, there's hair at the bottom of my bag. I have a little Ghirardelli peppermint bark candy that's at the bottom of my bag. It was given to me by a student. I have a straw from, I don't know where this is from. Oh, Subway. And then I have a little brush, and that completes what's in the main compartment of my bag. Oh, this thing has hair for days in the bottom of it. That is so gross. Okay, let me see if I can get it out there so you guys don't have to look at it. Okay, so that's all that's inside the main compartment of this bag. As you can see, it's still pretty clean. I do have a couple of small spots on the inside of the bag. Like there's something right there that I didn't notice before, but now that my bag is empty, I'm noticing it. See it right there? But with the rose ballerine interior, it is really difficult to keep the interior of this bag spotless. What I tend to do is from time to time, I will get a piece of tape and I'll wrap it around my hands, and then I just kind of open my bag up and I just kind of pat my hand down at the bottom and pick up any dust or hair or whatever that kind of collects at the bottom of your bag, like it does with all women's bags. So then there's this zipper compartment here, and in there I have my tweezers, I have my home alarm remote, I have a fingernail file. Okay, I don't know why, but I have a Henry Bendel thing in here. And then I have my Henry Bendel card holder. And I have a little removable hard drive. And that is it for the interior of that pocket. And it is still in really good shape as well. Very clean. So one of the things that I wanted to mention while I'm going over the interior of the bag is it is very difficult to keep the interior of this particular bag with the rose ballerine spotless, and I will tell you why. Now, I think it would be easier to keep the interior of the Azure bag clean if you got the rose ballerine or even the beige color, which is actually like a off-white color. It's not really beige, because this bag comes with the treated leather, and with the treated leather it tends to rub marks on the inside of your bag. So for example, and I hope that I'm going to be able to show you what I'm talking about. So an example would be, okay, over here. So this particular one was made in the USA. So it has this leather treated tab that says made in the USA, and if you can see, let me see if I can find the spot where it's showing it. Okay, if you can see, when I move this tab out of the way, do you see that line right there? Right here. See this mark? That is a mark that is made from where the edge of this rubs on the interior of the rose ballerine all the time. See that? It's just like a darker spot right there, and it rubs on the interior of the bag. Same thing underneath here. Underneath here, I don't know if this one's going to show up. Yeah, that one doesn't show up. Okay, let me show you under here instead. So underneath this, where this constantly sits, there is a dark mark right there. See that? And it's where this hits all the time and rubs. So now you might get this mark on the inside of the Damier Azur, because I think this mark is made from the material, from the metal, but there's also, you can't really see it very well, but it's also kind of dark up here. See that? There's one there and there's one there, and that's from the leather and the metal rubbing up against it. There's one on this side underneath this one as well, but it's difficult to see. And then also on the pocket, I want to show you. Okay, so on the interior pocket, there is dark spots right here. Do you see those spots right there? That is from where this pochette that came with the bag has rubbed up against, like this leather has rubbed up against the lining. This leather leaves marks on the interior of your bag. So if that's going to bother you, then I would suggest perhaps getting the red bag, or the one with the red interior, not the red bag. because then you're not going to end up with those marks. Same thing with, okay, so see how the pochette sits on the inside of the bag? So where it hits the sides of your bag, it also leaves marks. So I have marks on, I'm trying to see if I can get it to show up on here. There are marks like right here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay, I'm having a difficult time getting it to show up on camera because the bag is not that flexible. But, okay, maybe right there. Okay, can you see that kind of, it's very faint. It doesn't show up very well on camera, but maybe when I put it at an angle like this, you can see it a little better. But those are marks that have all been made from the pochette, rubbing up against the interior of the bag. And not only is it the leather part, the glazing leaves marks. So where the corners hit the edges of the bag on the inside, or the interior of the bag rather, it does leave dark marks after a while. So if that bothers you, again, I would go with the red interior because it's just inevitable. It's something that's going to happen. You can really see it on this side of my bag. It's really bad, like right here. I don't know if it's going to show up. You can kind of see it right here where it's just made marks on the inside of the bag, and it's not dirt. It is just color transfer from the glazing and the treated leather on the little bits and pieces of this bag. So again, if you're a really picky person or you're really OCD, I'm really OCD, but I just kind of, I love the bag so much that I just kind of got over it, and I'm definitely not going to let that deter me from using it. It's not as though when I open the bag it just looks like a big shitty mess in here, because that's not the case. I mean, it's minimal, it's not really dark. I have not tried to get it off with anything. I might go on to like the purse forum and ask their opinion, and if they've ever tried to remove those kind of marks off of the inside, and see if there's something I can do, you know, just to kind of clean that up a little bit. But if there happens to be nothing I can do about it, it's not going to make me love this bag any less, and I don't regret getting the rose ballerine interior because I really like the pop of pink that shows on the top of the bag when you kind of have it open. And I think pink and brown look so pretty together, so I don't regret that at all. I do have a little Lottery charm on the outside. So let me go over the handles and the exterior of the bag for you. Okay, so this is what the handles look like close up still. No marks whatsoever on these handles. They're absolutely beautiful still. The leaves are in great shape, no wrinkling whatsoever. I don't have any wrinkling or creasing or peeling or anything of that nature on the straps. The straps are in beautiful shape still, both of them. Same thing on this side. I have a little wrinkling on this side, but that's, you know, that's to be expected. It's leather, but it doesn't really look that bad if you look at it. I mean, like from far away, you can't even really notice it. But this is the side that I always carry up against my body, so I don't know if I just hold my bag a certain way and I cause it to do that. I do have a little bit of wrinkling on this side too, but then as for the rest of the strap, there is not really any wear and tear to speak of. No cracks. I mean, wrinkling on leather is normal. Leather's going to wrinkle. That's the nature of leather. But it's not cracking, and that's the main thing. The leaves on that side are in beautiful shape as well. The trim still looks wonderful. That's the trim. The stitching is still immaculate. I have no strings popping out. I do have a little bit of wrinkling here, but that is also inevitable. And I don't know that I would even consider that to be wrinkling, because actually this is just where this is sewn. So because this little piece right here is thicker, because it has something underneath it, you can see, you know, on this side where that piece is sewn at. So that is really the only reason that that is there, because of this little piece over here. And it's the same thing on the other side. On the other side, you have the other end of the clip. So you're going to see where it has a little more, like you can see where the leather has kind of a little bump in it because it's thicker right here to accommodate that little clip. So yeah, I mean, but again, trying to get really close up. No wrinkling, no cracking. I'm sorry, no cracking. There's a tiny bit of wrinkling. But yeah, I mean, they're still in great shape. The canvas looks beautiful. There's nothing wrong with the canvas. There's no rubbing whatsoever on the corners. No wear and tear on the corners. There's the other side. There's that corner. No wear. It's not rubbing off. That corner, nothing. The bottom of the bag looks pristine and immaculate. And I set this bag down. I don't set my bag down on the floor very often. Maybe if I'm at home, I'll set it down on the floor in our bedroom, on the carpet. But I don't set this down, like if I go to the movies, I damn sure I'm not setting it down on the disgusting floor in the theater. There's one YouTuber that I like to watch, and she had mentioned putting her bag down on the floor in the theater, and I just cringed as soon as she said it. I was like, that's disgusting. People spill their drinks, they drop their greasy popcorn. I wouldn't put a $5 bag on the floor in the theater. So, no, you know, never mind this. So, anyway, and then let's look at these straps. These straps are still in great shape. The hardware is still shiny and gold. No kind of wear or tear there whatsoever. The straps are in beautiful shape. There's the little bottom part. That's still shiny. There's the other side. In great shape. And even though I've had this lottery charm hanging on here, the hardware is not all scratched up and scuffed. These are still nice and shiny. There's the strap. Looks beautiful still. There's the back side of it. Still looks great. Same thing on the other side. No wear and tear whatsoever on this. Strap is in great shape. There's the little end. Still nice and gold. It's not tarnishing or turning a different color. It's not turning silver. Looks great. It's in great shape. I've been so happy and so pleased with this bag, and this bag is easily the bag that I currently use more than any of my bags at all. I know that if I want to look really nice, really chic, and I don't want to have to worry about, you know, the weather, if it's going to start raining or what, then I can always carry this bag and I don't have any worries whatsoever. It's huge. It will fit a MacBook Air. I have my MacBook Air right here if you want to see. And it slides in there very easily. There you go. See, it just fits right in there and still leaves so much space left afterwards. I mean, so if you wanted to use this as a work bag, you absolutely could. But for me, I like to use totes as my everyday purse. So this is my everyday purse, and I just like to use this size bag as my handbag. and if I wanted to use something to carry all of my essentials plus everything I carry for school and or work, then I would definitely buy the GM, which I am considering the GM as my next purchase. I really want to get the Damier Azur in this size, but I don't know. I want them both, and so if I had to choose just one, I'm kind of torn between which one I would choose, the GM or the MM. And I know if I get a GM, I don't want the Damier Azur print. I would like to get the GM in the LV print. So yeah, I don't know. So I don't know if I want to get my GM next or if I want to get another one of these in the Damier Azur. Because I feel like even though it's the same bag, the different color scheme makes it look so totally different. And yeah. So anyway, again, this is what the bag looks like close up. It's a beautiful, beautiful canvas. The canvas is in great shape. I haven't noticed any changes to the bag whatsoever, with the small exception of the interior of the bag showing probably the majority of the wear and tear. So yeah, I highly recommend this bag if you're thinking about getting it. I definitely recommend it. If you have any questions about the bag, please feel free to put them down in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer them for you. I don't have the dimensions on this bag. Let me see if I can look them up really quick for you. I should be able to. Let's see. I have my computer open. So, okay, the dimensions of this bag are 12.6 inches across, 11.4 inches high, and 6.7 inches deep. So it's definitely a good sized bag. You can fit a ton of stuff in here. Although I'm going to be honest, I don't think that the medium size is never full. Like, I can easily fill this bag and it be completely full where I can't fit anything else in here. Although I know a lot of people don't carry as much crap as I carry. I carry so much stuff with me every day. I'm one of those who feels like I have to be prepared for any situation, and I hate to think that if I didn't carry something, then I needed it. I would be so upset with myself. So I just am a big what if person. So I just carry everything with me. So I'm always prepared. I don't like not being prepared. So anyway, hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to you if you are thinking about getting a Neverfull, even if it's not in this print. They're great bags. I mean, really the only difference is that, you know, the others have the vachetta leather, which is untreated, and so with time it's going to patina. You do have to be more careful with it, because if you have a lot of oils on your hands, or you use lotion a lot, or even if you're just sweating, you know, you can leave spots on the leather where it ends up being darker than the rest of it. Even something as small as you know, drinking a bottle of water and then forgetting and not drying your hand off completely and then grabbing your bag, you're going to leave a watermark on your bag. So that is one of the reasons why I chose to just go ahead and go with this bag as my first Neverfull. But I mean, I highly recommend all of them. And these straps, for me, are not uncomfortable at all. So, and I carry a bunch of stuff. You saw everything I had in my bag. But these straps are not uncomfortable. I find them to be very comfortable, actually. And I've worn them with, you know, sleeveless shirts, with spaghetti strap shirts, and, you know, with the leather directly in contact with my skin, and they don't dig into my shoulder at all. So they do soften up with time. I mean, they'll still stand up. I mean, and I think that's going to probably always be the case. The other thing I wanted to mention before I forget is the issue that a lot of people were having before. If you watch YouTube videos about this bag, and you see a lot of people talking about, oh, the cracking, or I had to have the trim replaced, or I had to have my handles replaced, or my straps, they are now making the canvas different than they used to make it, and they're also making the leather trim different. So they're treating the leather differently, and they are not having the cracking issues that they had previously because they are doing it a different way now. And so I don't know if that also has caused like the straps to be a little more pliable. They're not quite as stiff, but they are treating the leather differently, and the canvas is now a crack resistant canvas. So I don't know if that is helpful to you in making your decision, but it's probably why I never noticed any cracking. It's going to still wrinkle because it's leather, but it's not going to crack, and it's probably not going to peel either. I haven't noticed any peeling or anything like that with my bag. So I think since they made those changes, it has really been a game changer for the Damier Ebene print. So if you give me just 1 second, I'm going to put my stuff back in my bag, and then I'll come back and do some modeling shots for you and show you what the bag looks like on my frame. I'll be right back. I have all of my stuff back in the bag, and I will show you what it looks like on me. So this is with all of that stuff in the bag. It's all back in there. And so this is what it looks like when it's on my shoulder. I do not tend to cinch the sides of my bag in. I just don't like the way that looks with the MM. If I do purchase the GM, I might decide to cinch in the sides, but that's what it looks like from the side. This is what it looks like from the front. And again, I am 5'4". I weigh about 122 pounds. And it's on this side. It's a very pretty bag. It's very stylish. I love how easy it is to just take it off of your shoulder and reach around in there, grab your pochette out, put it back in, pop your strap back on your shoulder, and you're ready to go. And I just really love the ease of use with the Neverfull. I love totes. I'm not really concerned about the security of the Neverfull. I know a lot of women talk about how they're really concerned about how, if you're walking, someone can, come up behind you and get something out of your bag. But honestly, I'm not the type of person to let somebody get that close to me. If someone's standing that close to me, I'm going to turn around and look at them like, you need to get away from me. But yeah, I mean, it's not really an insecure bag, or unsecure bag. And when you have your stuff in it and you're holding it, you kind of have it pinched closed. So, they're not really able to get into your bag. But if you're really that concerned about it, you can always cinch in the sides, and I'll show you what that looks like really quick. So, and again, I never do this, so mine's probably going to look really weird when I cinch it in because it's not used to bending this way. But it's not that bad, actually. So this is what it looks like cinched in. It does kind of change the whole shape of the bag. And when you do that, it limits, how large the opening of the bag is. And if you're still concerned, you can even clip it shut right here. So now it's clipped shut. So now when you put it on your shoulder, this is what it looks like. And they're definitely not getting in your bag now. So you can cinch it in. This is what it looks like. Okay, that's kind of cute. Huh. Maybe I should start carrying it that way. This is what it looks like in the front, or from the front. And from the back. Sorry guys, I just have a t-shirt on. I had a really late night. I went to a Christmas party and didn't get home until really late, and then I had homework to do, and in the midst of doing homework, a friend called me and really needed me, and so I'm sorry, but when that happens, my homework's going to have to take the back burner. So this is what it looks like cinched in. Still very, very cute. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to comment down below, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you join my YouTube family, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.